Hey guys, today I'm doing another Black Ops 4 video, and I'm going to talk about the things I would like to see added into Black Ops 4 as soon as possible. I've given opinions on Black Ops 4 already, but I wanted to do a more impromptu kind of, hey, this would be neat kind of list, and if you guys agree with anything on the list, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you disagree with something, just keep your mouth shut, I'm very sensitive. First things first, I've mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again. I'm going to mention it every fucking year until it's a thing. I want an FOV slider on console. How is this not a thing yet? I've already pointed out in my videos before that Doom and Battlefield 1 allow you to do that, no problem. And that's even on base Xbox One and PS4 hardware, like FOV sliders are okay. I don't get why we haven't gotten an FOV slider in Call of Duty except on PC, meaning it's built into the game, it's built into the engine, it's there, but it's not there for console players, which makes up the biggest portion of Call of Duty players is PS4 and Xbox, so why don't we get that feature? I don't know. Next is something that should have been added at launch, but I will, I'll give it a minute. Battlefield Hardlines took a bit to be added. I think it was added with a DLC, so that was pretty atrocious, but I want a test range. I want a firing range with damage numbers. The only two Call of Duties that have ever had firing ranges is COD World War II and Advanced Warfare. I want a detailed test range where I can test out how much damage everything is doing. I'm not gonna sue if you take this idea. This is a verbal agreement, Treyarch. If you use this idea, I'm not gonna sue you. Verbal agreement, like forever documented here on YouTube. I will not take legal action if you give me a firing range. This is not my intellectual property. You can just do this. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do this. I want targets, and then when I shoot them, I want it to give me numbers on the targets so I can see how much damage each shot is doing. It would also be cool if this firing range had a wall, and every bullet hole you fire into this wall will be highlighted with a little bit of a glow. That way you can easily trace your predictive recoil patterns in this testing range, because every gun has its own recoil pattern, and learning the recoil pattern and trying out attachments, warming up your aim, and seeing how much damage you're doing with all of your weapons, I think is just more than essential. Also, make sure that the targets have the same body multipliers as the people will be fighting in real games. Next one, and I'm not sure if this is in the game or not as I'm saying this, so I'm gonna go over this very quickly. I want emblem sharing. I want to be able to download my friends' emblems and use them for myself, or vice versa. When you make an emblem, it'd be simple. You hit share, and then anybody can download it, or don't, and keep it for yourself like the greedy bastard you are. Lobby leaderboards are also something I would love to see. Lobby leaderboards are great. It lets you know exactly who you're up against. Maybe it encourages rage quitting, and maybe that's why they keep it out, because I imagine some people, they join a lobby, they see that you have a score per minute of 600 and a KD of like 2, and they're like, nope, no thank you, and they back the fuck out. But to be honest, it's just nice information to have, because maybe I want to be the guy that backs out if I see a 2 KD guy with a 600 score per minute. I don't know. Also, every Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare has given people extra prestiges throughout the lifecycle. Advanced Warfare had a total of 30 prestiges by the end of its lifecycle, giving you epic weapon variants and an outfit for completing all 30 of them. I really want to see Treyarch do this by adding 10 more prestiges, or 15 more prestiges, or 20 prestiges, but each one would give you a classic weapon from previous Black Ops games. That would be awesome. An MP5K, an MSMC, an AN-94, an AK-47, an L96, a Ballista, a DSR, an M27. I know they could make so much money by selling these things, but classic weapons were some of the coolest things about Infinite Warfare's prestige system. Getting the store brand versions of the Intervention and the UMP, the SPAS 12, and the ARX, I thought that was great in Infinite Warfare, and I would love to see that come into Black Ops 4. I just really want a classic AK, and M16, and M14 from Black Ops 1. That's really the only thing I'm aiming for here, but some classic weapons, or at least one classic weapon for reaching a massive goal would be great. Like one gun that has a ton of value, like the M16 or just the AK-47 or something along those lines would be great. The next one is super simple, and honestly, take it or leave it, but I'd like the ability to turn off theater mode. If you want to talk about whether or not it affects performance of the game, whatever. But I want the ability to just turn it off. Let's just say it doesn't affect performance. Okay, then just let me turn it off and the game will feel exactly the same, which is not exactly what people experienced in Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3, by a lot of people's standards, was considered laggy until they turned off theater mode. Maybe that was a console thing, maybe that was just a weird glitch, maybe that was a placebo, I don't know, but I'm just saying I'd like to be able to turn it off be a nice little feature. The next one is challenge tracking. I want to track my challenges in a match. Call of Duty Ghosts to let you do this by tracking a challenge, and then you can see how close you're getting to it while you're playing. So let's say you can track 5 challenges at a time, and then the game will let you know every time you're getting close to completing that challenge while you're playing. So if you track foregrip kills, stock kills, team deathmatch kills, specialist weapon kills, every time you get one of those things, you will get a little bar on the side of the screen that fills up a little bit, and it'll say, hey, this challenge you're tracking, you just progressed towards it a little bit more. Another way of doing this would just be that if I track a challenge, I see it in the menu when I pause the multiplayer match. And the last idea I have is along the same lines. I want an XP bar. We haven't had this since Modern Warfare 2. I want an XP bar at the bottom of my screen. Give me the option to turn it on and off, that's fine. But we haven't had an XP bar at the bottom of our screen since Modern Warfare 2, and since then you've had to pause your game to check your XP bar, and that's just not as satisfying. I want to be able to see it all the time, or at least make it so when I pause it I can see it, because as far as I know, when you pause the game, there's no XP bar. A big thing that I love about Call of Duty is the kind of grindy nature of it, and I love grinding for camos and challenges and completion, and I love getting all of that kind of stuff, grinding to completion sounds dirty. But either way, I like getting a kill and then seeing my little XP bar light up on the bottom of the screen in Modern Warfare 2 and then get a little bit bigger. It's like, holy shit, I'm getting closer. It's a small thing, it just would be a nice option. These last 3 things, the XP bar, the challenge tracking, and the theater mode being able to be turned off, are just small things, but I think they'd make the game just a little bit better. So that's it. Those are all the things I want. I want an FOV slider, I want a test range with damage numbers, I want emblem sharing, lobby leaderboards, classic weapons for extra prestiges, turn off theater mode option, XP bars, and challenge tracking. That's my list. Let me know yours down in the comment section below, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.
Hey, yo.